Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Ken and I'm coming live from our home village in East Africa, Kenya. And today is it's on a Friday. It's very sunny, a little bit of it's calm, obviously because we are in the village. And today I want to take you guys out of the compound. I think I've been doing most of the videos just within the home. So today there's something I'm gonna purchase, and that is because for the longest time I've been planning maybe one day to run a farm with some livestock in it. So I figured out that for me to do that, you can't really run a farm without machines, simple machines. I think I'm gonna start with the simple one. So I've been making my motorbike. It's a little bit noisy because the people doing the roads are still working and they are doing it in sections. So today they're in front of our house and they are putting the last materials, which is gravel and cement. Then after that they'll put on the tarmac. So for the longest time I've been trying to make my motorbike, which I'll be using just for some few errands, because it will really make my life easy. If I plan myself, maybe I want to wake up at 5, I'll simply wake up and ride out, instead of maybe waking up someone at 5 so that they can take you there. So that's the reason why I'm heading out of home. I'm going to our nearest town. It's just like 5 minutes away from home when you're on a motorbike, or even less depending on how you're riding. So I'm gonna get because tomorrow is on a Saturday. Let me just move away from the road. Tomorrow is on a Saturday, so the guy who's supposed to come and check it out, tomorrow we are checking the engine. So he's gonna come late in the afternoon after church, and he told me actually I met him on Monday this week. So actually it's something that we've planned. So because tomorrow is on a Saturday, most people over here go to church. I'm planning to get some of the materials that he mentioned for me to grab. So I'm gonna grab them so that because tomorrow I won't find people in the shops. So today is the best day to go over there and just grab them quickly and come back home. So the guy is supposed to come tomorrow, and I think for this motorbike I've been looking for the best person, because I've brought 3 people including the guy. 3 people. The first person, I think I wanted to know if he, it's sometimes you should figure out, especially if it's a machine you are making, if the guy is really up to the task. So I told him to write for me a few things that was needed. So he wrote a few things for the engine. Then after writing them and also doing, he even gave me the cost. So what I was concerned about was what he was writing, not even the cost. So I figured out that the first guy, he wanted to, because you can if you're buying parts, you can buy some that can work with what you want, what you have. So he wanted to buy something that was compatible to the engine, but for myself I want the original parts, if I can get them. Yeah. So days went by, found the second guy. Actually after maybe a month, yeah, we found the second guy. And the second guy kinda was like, he just came and saw it. Then he told me if I was ready. Then the third guy, we looked for the third guy. We even found him actually in like 3 days after the second guy. So this third guy has the same motorbike, has been driving it for several years. At a point he even came to my dad. He wanted my dad to sell him this one so that he could have parts to make the one that he was riding. But my dad didn't sell him. That was like almost 15 years ago. So if my dad could have sold the bike, I couldn't be around trying to make it. So I think it's usually sometimes good to hold on to some things. For me, I'm usually very sentimental to things that are to old machines, because those old machines are usually the best. People usually say current ones are the best, but for me, I think I really like old technology. Not old, but because the bike is in the 80s. The people viewing my channel, I know back then you were just young adults. So at some point you came across the bike. It's just the guy usually calls it a tracker, but the motorbike is a Yamaha 175cc. So we'll come tomorrow and make it. He told me to go grab a couple, no, not really a couple, but he told me to grab fuel or gas and some engine oil. So that's what I'm going to grab. I have my container here. If you can remember the guy that was cutting the trees, the timber that we use for the roofing, he was having the power saw. So for him, he used to go and buy such containers with fuel. So I picked 3 of them. I picked 3 because I knew one day I was gonna use them. So today it has found some work. So I'm gonna grab fuel and some engine oil. So I chose the 3rd guy because the guy has the same motorbike. So, and he told us that is the one that he who is making his. He doesn't take his motorbike to the people making them. How do they call their name? Yeah, so he usually make his at home. So we've called him to make also for me here at home. My dad knows him, and I think the 2 of them, because also my dad was riding the motorbike at some point, the 2 of them will see. So my hope is for the engine to pick up tomorrow, because if the engine picks up tomorrow, I'm through with the motorbike, because the few things that will remain is just the bodywork. So I'm heading out. I'm trying to make the motorbike because of the errands that I know in future I will have to do. So if you are starting something, it's usually advisable to start some few things by yourself. So if I want to go to the farm, I think I'll go with the motorbike. If we have some milk that we are supposed to sell, I'll transport them with the motorbike. So such like things. And also I've been planting some trees, and some trees I want to give to some of my aunts. So even the trees, I'm planning to transport them with the same motorbike. So you see how it's really important for me to have something that I can really move with easily. So let me show you the tractor that is mixing cement and sand for us on the road. So beneath it has these things that look like this. It's a very huge engine. This is a very huge engine. So this is how it looks. And let's see on this side how it looks. See the wheels. But yeah, so these are the engines they are using. They are very, very big engines, very big. Yeah, so this is our main gate, and the guys, actually they are saying by today is on a Friday, by tomorrow, by next weekend, we'll have a tarmac road, which will be so nice. Our village, these are signs of developments. If you have good access roads into your village, there's very high opportunity your village will develop. So the road is just extending just a few meters from our home, because I mentioned the contractor that is making the road is gonna leave just some few meters from our home. So he bought land some few years back. So I think he knew they were planning that they're gonna make this road. So he bought the land intentionally. So I think I have my ride. Is it wrong? Yeah, I think I have my ride. So we are off. We are off to go. So I hope the video is enjoyable for you guys. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe so you don't miss any of these videos. Yeah. So this is my ride over here. So we are over here, we are looking for oil. The guy was asking me what's this. So these are some of them. One game at 550. Thomas 600. Just got out of the bike, so I'm back home. I went for shopping for these guys you are seeing. So this one is engine oil and some gas. No, most of you guys call it gas, but over here we call it petroleum or petrol. So let us go inside and just explain a little bit of why we even bought them. So this part is usually nowadays my table. Yes. So this one is as gas. Yeah. So we bought some petrol. We are tomorrow. As I mentioned earlier, I went to the shops today to buy them, because if I go tomorrow, most of the shops will be closed, because tomorrow is on Saturday, people go to church. So I decided, since the guy is coming tomorrow in the afternoon, I decided to just buy them prior. Yeah. So because the gas is highly flammable, I'm gonna store it in some cool place, preferably our garage, together with this oil. So I'm buying them praying that tomorrow the engine starts, because then the engine didn't really have a problem. It only had oil leakage. My dad told me you could pack it, then overnight as you wake up in the morning, you find the oil has leaked, all of it. And also the kickstart, it wasn't holding so well. So let me just show you. So in short, our engine doesn't really have a huge problem. So hopefully it starts tomorrow, because if it starts, I'll be so happy. I'll be the happiest man actually. It's a little bit dark over here, but I'm gonna open the doors. Yeah. So let me just open this one. Yes, sir. So our bike is over here. So I think I've been making it for the longest time. The last time I did a preview about it was a month ago, and I said in the nearing coming weeks, maybe 4 weeks at most, I'll be back again to make the engine. This is our engine. Very, very nice engine over here, and also our exhaust pipe. Yeah. So the only thing that is of a big deal is this part. It's not holding down here. There's a metal connected to the engine. It extends outside. So this kickstart should hold it, so that when you kick it, it rotates the engine. No, everything rotates. So for now, it's loose. It's not really holding. So that's the main problem. And also I've said the engine. You're supposed to buy something that it's called it's just like a rubber that prevents oil from leaking. So those two, but the engine turning on doesn't really involve that much. You only need to kickstart it, then see. So we hopefully tomorrow, if the guy comes, we are gonna start it. So these are the cables. These are just cables. This one is for the accelerator. This one is for the 2T, because this bike uses 2T. So it uses both petroleum and 2T at the same time, because it's an off-road motorcycle. So that's why I'm even making it, because you know, if you bring those low motorcycles and start doing errands, going to the farm with them, they won't manage. But if you go for the off-road motorcycles, they're usually heavy duty motorcycles, so they use 2T and petroleum at the same time. So let me show you the part where we place the 2T. So as you put on gas over here, because this is our point for gas, this is the part for the 2T. This is the part for the 2T. Yes. So it's usually be under the seat, but once we make it, once the engine turns on, I mean, we are going to buy the rear wheel, because the guy has a lot of connections. He has been with this type of bikes for very long time. Types of bike, yeah. So the last time we spoke with him, he was trying to look for the rear wheel for this bike. He was so excited, and I wanted to do everything at a go. You know, for me, I'm taking it slowly, one step at a time. But for him, he was so excited. He wanted to come and make the engine within one day, put on the rear wheel. Yeah. But once he comes, he'll know what he's working with. The engine is very good. It's not that bad. So I'm planning to, for those that have never seen, this is the bike. So let me just show you before I explain some few things. So the engine is supposed to be somewhere here. Yes, very nice bike. So this wheel is 21 in size, very big tire, and the rear wheel should be 18 in size. Yeah. So what was I supposed to say? Yeah. So let me just close this part. Yeah, I've just remembered. So the guy is supposed to come tomorrow, open the engine into parts, and with him opening, it's gonna allow me to just paint, because the engine has stayed for some while, so I want to paint it the outer side. Then once it's done with the internal parts of engine, we close it, then put it on the bike. Then I'll be the happiest man. So I think I'm gonna continue with the video update tomorrow once the guy comes. So everything that I'm doing, some are for future things that I'll be using for future after we've already finished building, because some usually takes time, building a house. You can do it faster, some people do it moderately, some people do it slow, but I think for us so far we've done so well. We've tried to build as we can, because for some people might see us we built very slow, some might see that we built very fast, but everything that we, especially I, do on the channel is just, some are very long term, some are very short term. For the short time, we'll get over quickly. Then for the things that I'm doing, like maybe the motorbikes, the motorbike I mean, because usually when you are in the village, most people use public. I know most people also use public in the cities, but I think I'm talking for me, and because that is one of the things I've noticed, and I don't wish, because time is the most important aspect in our lives, and if you use it wisely, I think at the end of it all, you may achieve. It's not necessarily a must that you will achieve, but hopefully you achieve whatever you are thriving towards or hoping for. So for the bike, it's very nice, and it's an ideal, I mean, to have something that you can move around with, do your things, because once we establish a home, you must have a farm. Whether it's a small farm, it can either be for your kitchen garden, it can be big scale, you can, any farm you like. So for me personally, I think I want to start small, but maybe in future have a big farm, an operational farm. So having a motorbike is one of the few, I mentioned it earlier, you can't run a farm without engines. Yeah, so for me, I see motorbikes as engines. Future plans may be, because if you have very big farms, you must plow, therefore you must have a tractor. So for me, I usually see them as engines. They make work very easy. So I'll be doing them alongside. For those that have been following, might have noticed I'm doing them a little bit alongside each other, building, and also doing some smaller parts that I've mentioned for the farm. But for the building, I think we are so better off, because as you see, the house, it's the only thing that is remaining. We had already cleaned all the rooms. Removed all of the building materials that were dropping, or even some that broke while we were building, so that it can allow or give room for people doing plastering. So it's been a very nice and interesting journey for building, and if you're outside there, I think you shouldn't really pressurize yourself. Just take it slow at a time, because for us, we've also took it slow, because the first time we built the walls, then the second time concentrated on the roof, although we were planning to do the roof, but we made also the windows and also the inner doors. So far so good. I can't really say much or anything bad about although it has challenges, but for me, I think I can tell you just build. If you're planning or you are aspiring to build yourself a home, me personally, I'm also an aspiring individual to build my own home. Maybe for what I've learned so far, me building my own home, I will never rush. It's something that I'm even planning now, so I won't really rush, but when I start, I think it could have reached a point that I'm already prepared. And if you wanna build, just build, because that's how you will learn. If you start something, it's when you learn. If you don't start, you won't. Mistakes are there. You'll make some along the way. That's why I'm saying you will learn from them. So just start. You can either start small or big, doesn't matter. Yeah, so it's very sunny. Our grass is almost drying out. It's a good thing we have some farms that we have some few fodder for animals. So during the dry period like this, we cut some and give them. At least it supplements a little bit and maintain them, because I think for the rains to come, we'll have to wait for like 2 weeks or more. You never know, the weather really changes. Yeah. So we are currently trying to put on some gutter, because it's not raining, so we are taking advantage of because we have no water in the tank. We only have water at my grandma, because she has the biggest tank in the compound. So one of you guys told us to make some gutter. Gutter is for tapping rainwater. So currently we are on the process of making it, because we want to put some gutters over here. We might not put on all the house, because the house is too big, and we were not prepared to do that. Now we are planning to do plastering, but we can do it along the way. So this is where we want to put our tank. Our tank is already here, so we want to put some gutters on this side so that we can tap the rainwater that is supposed to come for harvest. Our tank is already empty. We emptied it yesterday further, because we also want to clean it. We've been cleaning it. We usually clean it during the dry period. Yeah, so it's just it's trying to look. It's 500,000 liters. 5,000, not 500,000. 5,000 liters. So once we are done with it, we'll place it somewhere here, just next to the house, so that we can have now. I think we will have fulfilled your wish if you are the guy that told us. I think he's usually one of the people I usually speak to more often. Yeah, so we are making that plan, and once we finish, I think we'll be able to also share with you guys. So we've been working on this space since yesterday. Yeah, so we want to raise it up a little bit. These are some stones that we collected. We have sand, and also we'll go and get some bags of cement. Yeah, so once we do that, I think if we tap the whole house, I think that will be a lot of water, because now we are gonna be forced to add some more tanks, probably, because this one is 5,000. Probably we should buy like 10,000 liters or even 50,000. Yeah, but usually I see people putting underground. Nasto placed it at her place, I think, because I was there. So the last time I was there, when he was digging the underground water tank, and I was also there when he had already done it all and water was also inside. So maybe for us, maybe in future, if we finish with the house, apart from the septic tank, another groundwater tank will be also one of the an ideal options. Yeah. Wogeyo. So yeah, so I'm gonna end my video. Alright, it was a very short video, and for those that have viewed, I'm so grateful for the support, and I hope we'll meet in my next video. Take care of yourselves, and yeah, bye bye for now.